this is Priyadharshini, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Let's continue with the lecture series. So, here in this video, we are going to discuss about the characteristics of algorithm. So, what is algorithm? Algorithm is a finite set of instructions, as we know it already, a finite set of instructions which are useful in order to solve any problem. So let us assume that we want to add two numbers. So in order to solve that problem, we have to write a set of instructions, a finite set of instructions, which is nothing but an algorithm and a finite set of instructions which are useful in order to solve a problem. So any algorithm must contain 5 properties, that is 5 characteristics. Let us see all the characteristics one by one. The first characteristic of an algorithm is input. So what is an input? Input means an algorithm must accept either 0 or more number of inputs. That means without having input also we can write the algorithm. Let us assume that we want to display welcome to C programming message on the monitor. So in this algorithm there is no input. Our target is only to display the output. So that's why without input also we can write the algorithm. So 0 or more number of inputs we have to supply. If you want to add 2 neighbors, then 2 inputs are needed. If you want to add 100 numbers, then 100 inputs are needed. So as we said, we need 100 input. Let us see the next characteristics of an algorithm. So the next characteristic of an algorithm is the output of an algorithm. The output of an algorithm must produce a minimum 1 output. So an algorithm must produce minimum 1 output. So that means 1 or more number of outputs. Without output, we can't write any algorithm. So algorithm must produce at least 1 output. So 1 or more number of outputs. Now let us see the next property. So let us assume we have an instruction like this: add 10 or 20. To add 10 or 20 to see, so here there is no specific meaning. Here we have ambiguity. Yeah, 10, 20 to see. So which value we have to see, whether 10 or 20. So this is called as ambiguity. So this instruction has multiple meanings. Which value we have to add, 10 value or 20 value. So an instruction should not be like this. An instruction should be precise and it should be clear, and it has only one meaning. And so it should be effective. We have to solve the algorithm with the help of a paper and pencil in a finite amount of time. So effectiveness means, let us assume that a target is what we want to perform multiplication of 2 matrices. So for that algorithm is written. So now we have to solve that problem using paper and pencil, or using that this marker pen or a board. We are using something and we are going to use a pen or paper or in a finite amount of time. So this is nothing but effectiveness. So every algorithm must satisfy these 5 properties. So or these 5 characteristics. Let's see a quick recap of what we have seen earlier. So we have seen what is an algorithm. So an algorithm, the definition of an algorithm would be an algorithm is a set of steps to complete a task. Precisely, for example, if I want to make a cup of tea, then the algorithm would go like this: add water and milk to the kettle, boil, add tea leaves, and then add sugar and serve it in cup. So we have seen the characteristics of an algorithm too. So the first characteristic being it must take an input, must give some output, yes or no values. Then the definiteness of an algorithm, each instruction should be clear and unambiguous. Then it should go with finiteness. The algorithm terminates after a finite number of steps. Effectiveness, every instruction must be basic, that is, it should be simple instruction. Expectation from an algorithm, the expectations of an algorithm should be the correctness. The algorithm must produce correct result. If it produces an incorrect answer, even if it fails to give correct result all the time, still there is a control of how it gives wrong result. Then it should be an approximation algorithm. Each solution is not found, but near optimal solution can be found out. Use of less resource usage. Here the time is considered to be the primary measure of efficiency. So we have seen what is an algorithm, the effectiveness of an algorithm, the characteristics of an algorithm, the 5 characteristics of an algorithm, and finally we ended up with the expectation of an algorithm.